What's up, guys? Lately, I've seen a small group of people asking me how to get from the Earth to the moon, from the moon back to Earth in one trip in Spaceflight Simulator. I'm here to tell you that's a very simple process. Um, I've loaded up a design from several months ago that I made, and it doesn't have to look like mine at all. Um, it can be half as big, a third as big. It doesn't really matter. It's very easy. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it. Now I assume you are already familiar with orbiting Earth, so I won't really talk much about that. Just watch and follow along as I do. Okay, so we've gotten a pretty good trajectory. There we go. I think that's pretty decent. So I think orbiting Earth is pretty damn simple. But that's not what we're doing here today, otherwise I would make a video on that instead. Alright, so that wasn't the most perfect orbit, but that'll do. All you gotta do is make sure that you get around the Earth. Doesn't matter how good the orbit is, although it's preferred that it is pretty even. This is okay, I guess. Then you want to target the moon, and I don't know if you can see. Right, this, hold on. Let's go back into this. See this transfer? Where it says transfer. You want to line your craft up with that, like this. Just like that. And so when you get to this point, then you flip on your engines. And you might want to do this. Okay, so we are good for now. And you just wait for it to line up with this thing counter right here. And once it does, I'll show you what to do next. You might want to slow it down at this point. Okay, great, good. Now, when you get to that point, you want to look at the moon. And you see how it, when I turn the engines on, it moves. You want to get this line as close to it as possible, to the moon, as possible, but not too close. Not too close. This is probably pretty good. That's good. So now, we try to go over there. And I'm sorry this might take a while, but I hope I have your attention and you're not bored yet. So, yeah. We're gonna keep on getting closer. You can accelerate this like I just did. Make it go a bit faster. So now we have a pretty good trajectory toward the moon. Now, you want to turn your spacecraft, the opposite of the direction you're heading. This is a retro burn, and it will do this. It'll get you closer in orbit with the moon. Okay, now flip them on. And you see what happens is you go into orbit around the moon. You want to do that. Now, this orbit wasn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be because you're trying to land. That's the goal. So now you want to make one of these lines touch the surface of the moon, like that. Okay, great. Now you want to try to slow down. See how wide this is? You need to change that. So we are going to hold on. Sorry, my bad. We're going to change the stage, and you can, if you have one of these covers on, you can go ahead and do that. That will open up the probe. Now this stage, which you don't have to have one, I just do. Now you want to do this. You want to try to get these lines as close together as possible. These two opposing, this one and this one, you want to get to them being as close together as possible. That will make sure that you land straight. Now, you need to cancel out your velocity. See how velocity goes down? You need to get that to 0 before you land, or at the bare minimum 3 meters per second, in order to land safely. And you want to point your craft in the direction of the line, and that will help get it closer. You might want to kind of do this. Crap. And in this case, I screwed up, so we're going to turn both engines on, just to slow down a bit extra. I kind of messed up on this. But we're good. See, now we're 200. See, we're really close. You want to make sure that you don't crash. That's a no-no. Now, at this point, you want... Okay, well, I did it. I landed on the moon. A bit imperfectly. How do I fix this? Yeah, there we go. That will do it. So yeah, I didn't land properly, but we're gonna do that again. We're gonna try to fix it yet. You want to try to land as straight as possible, which is what I did not do. And now you've landed properly this time. Now, you're on the surface of the moon. You have 82% fuel left. So, you just want to go straight up. Put these back up. Just go straight up. Straight up. Until you get out of this sphere. You see this? You want to leave that. Yeah, so just continue to go straight ahead until you leave the sphere. And it might take some time. That's what I'm saying. It might take some time. You can just skip ahead though. Now, as you can see, we're getting really close to leaving what's called the moon sphere of influence. You want to inch your way out. Now you're out, and that's your escape route. Now you zoom out, and this line is what's going to get you to Earth. Once this line touches Earth, you don't have to worry about anything else. See, I'm gonna make it touch. You just keep going straight, and that's gonna make the oval get closer and closer to the Earth, just like that. And now, you don't have to worry about anything else because gravity will take care of the rest for you. Once you get into this little gray area, gravity will do the rest. This line shows where your craft is gonna go. So now, you can just speed it up, and boom, you are now spiraling towards the Earth at a crazy rate of speed, hoping that you don't die. Now you can do what I did and have a little thing here that allows the probe to disconnect from the rest of the spacecraft, like that, which lowers your mass, and then, in a few short moments, we will do something special. Now you could obviously do what SpaceX does and try to use the rocket to land without the parachute, but I don't want to do that. And now we're good. Hopefully we don't crash. I think we're okay. Even if we do, this is a redundant probe on the bottom. I think our math was a little too high. But you just need to make it smaller. Boom. But we made it because this was the probe, so we did it. Next time, just don't add the bottom piece like I did. That was redundant. And that is how you do it. It's not hard. It's very basic. You get the hang of it. Then you start doing stuff like making space stations.